Hi everyone, this is Mr. Barrios, and today we're going to be talking about protein synthesis and mutations. So here we go. So proteins, they do the majority of the cellular work in our bodies. So whenever we are eating meat or beans, we are getting proteins, and they help in transporting things throughout our cellular membrane. They help give us structure and a lot more. So to make proteins, cells must follow a set of instructions from DNA, and that process is called protein synthesis. So here, if we look at this picture, in order to make proteins, there's two steps. First is transcription. We go from DNA to RNA. Then there's translation. We go from RNA to protein. So it's DNA to RNA and protein. You need the script first before you can translate. So transcription takes place in the nucleus of a cell, so where the DNA is located. And so this is a eukaryotic cell, and so transcription is happening in the nucleus. And so in transcription, we go from DNA to messenger RNA, or mRNA for short. So RNA is almost exactly the same as DNA, except it is single strand, and instead of a T, it has a U for uracil. So T goes with A, C goes with G, A goes with U, and G goes with C. So after you make the RNA, the messenger, this is the message that gets sent out of the nucleus. And then we can begin translation. So translation takes place in the ribosomes. So this organelle, which is green, is made up of two parts. It's made up of proteins and something called rRNA, which stands for ribosomal RNA. So during translation, the mRNA acts as a template for chains of amino acid. So mRNA, that is the messenger, that has the code that is going to help us make amino acids, which will eventually, when they combine together, make protein. And so in the mRNA, every 3 base pairs is called a codon. It is a code, and it matches to an anticodon on a transfer RNA. So this transfer RNA, we call it tRNA for transfer. So the RNA, the mRNA has the code, the tRNA has the anticode, and you see that they are complementary. They match with each other. Once you add enough amino acids, they start to bind with each other, and then you have a long strand of amino acids, and that's where you make protein, the macromolecule. And so DNA is important because it helps us make proteins, and proteins provide structure. They make up who we are and how we look like. And so one common misperception is that all of our cells, because they're not the same, that must mean that they don't have the same DNA. This is not true. All cells in our body have the same DNA, but different DNA is expressed in each cell. So the cells that are part of your muscles, they are going to express the part of the DNA that makes muscle cells. If it's in your brain, then those cells are going to express the DNA that makes nerve proteins. So this process where your cells can change into different cells is called cell differentiation. So again, all cells have the same DNA, it's just that different protein is expressed in each cell. And then here, RNA is very important. There are 3 types of RNA. So the first one is the messenger RNA, or mRNA. So the important thing about mRNA is that it sends the message from the DNA outside of the nucleus. The DNA cannot leave the nucleus, so it has to have a messenger to send the message outside. The tRNA is the transfer RNA. This is important because it brings the amino acid to the ribosomes. So it's just waiting for the code. And then the rRNA stands for ribosomal RNA. So this is part of the ribosome, which helps make new proteins. So each RNA has a different task during transcription and translation. Alright, here's your top 10. Good luck. I'll see y'all later.